Yeah. He can take you all around the world. Yeah, I know he can take you places. I ain't finna take you nowhere.
What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome to another POF video. This is Chuck. Today we're not at the golf course, but today we're in the lab. My son, his birthday just came up, got some new clubs, went to the new Titleist irons right here. They're used, but they're in good condition. The Titleist TMD, and I think it'll work perfect for his game. So today what he's gonna do is we're gonna take out the shafts from his old irons because he liked the shafts of his old irons. And we're gonna put them in the new iron heads. So today this is what this video is about. Just going through the steps and process of changing out your shafts and basically repairing and making up a club. So all right, let's get to it. All right, so for the first step, because these are used irons that we just purchased, first thing we want to do is make sure we clean out the head of the golf club. So you want to try to get all that old, pretty sure you might not can hear me, but you want to make sure you get all that old epoxy that was already in there that was connected to the shaft that was in the head. We want to get all of that out so when we put the shaft in, it'll be a clean fit. So I'm gonna go through the steps, and I might just go through like one club and not all of them, because I mean it's gonna be a long process and it's gonna be a long video. So I'm just go through one step, and I mean we're just gonna start off with the wedge. I'm gonna clean the head, and then I'll show you the next step after that. All right, so now that I got the head of the club cleaned out, now it's time to remove the shaft. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use this butane torch. We're gonna heat up the ferrule, knock the ferrule off, and then we're gonna heat up the club around the hosel, and then remove that out as well. So, all right. All right, got the ferrule off. Now let's get to the meat. All right, and make sure you have, heat-resistant gloves. I'm telling you, this is pretty hot, and the last thing you want to do is get burned. Safety first. All right, we got the shaft off. Now it's time to prep the shaft and get it ready so we can connect it to the head of the new clubs. Let's come over here. All right, so now it's time to clean the head off. Normally, people use like sandpaper, and it's basically the same thing I'm using here. It's just a quicker process. You use sandpaper, you clean it off, get that old epoxy off, try to roughen up the edges on the shaft just so it can have a good grip when you connect the club to the head, and then you're ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up. All right, see we got a clean shaft now. All right, got a clean head. Now it's time to mix that epoxy up. Let's put these clubs together. All right, most important part. Let's get to the epoxy. We're gonna mix these two epoxies up. We do normally 50-50 on the epoxy. And when you put these clubs on, they normally, it's good at least let these clubs sit for 24 hours. Oh. It just came off. Make sure you clean your stuff so you can avoid, because I mean this epoxy is sticky and when it's not combined, you know, it won't harden up, but it's a mess. We just do what we do. All right, normally do 50-50, and like I said, when you combine the club to the shaft, you normally let it sit. You let it sit for, it's good to let it sit for 24 hours, like I said, but if you want to do, you need at least 15 hours. If you want to push it, good. I mean, you can get the 30-minute epoxy. And I mean, I really don't trust it. I tried it out. And when I did the 30-minute epoxy, it just, after a while, if it gets too hot in the summertime, it'll just let loose. The club will come off easily. It's just too much to gamble with that. So I feel a lot more comfortable with this and let it sit for 24 hours and knowing it's gonna stay there and it'll never come off. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of epoxy. It's not a lot, because first we're gonna put the ferrule on. Put the ferrule on, knock it out, knock the ferrule down, then we put some more epoxy on for the shaft, for the head. You just twist the ferrule around, get the epoxy to go around the entire shaft, just so we can have a good seal. Now we're gonna knock it down with the club head. All right, and we're gonna put some more. You don't have to do a lot, because I mean, if you overdo it, I mean, I really don't think it has too much major effects now with iron shafts, but if you overdo it with graphite, you'll mess up the shaft. And that's how people break their shafts, break their drivers and 3-woods, because they put too much epoxy. And it's weighing the head of the club down. Spin it around. Line it up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this sit for 24 hours and then we're done. All right, I just wanted to take a minute. I needed to pause what I was doing. I wanted to show y'all about this 4-iron. All right, he uses a hybrid and he uses a graphite shaft in his hybrid, but he don't want to use the hybrid, but he want to keep the shaft and put it in the 4-iron. So what we gonna do is, I'm gonna remove this head off of here. But the thing is, you can't remove the club head off the shaft like you do irons. With graphites, it's a different process, because the thing is, if you do twist the face, you'll mess the shaft up. You start pulling the threads, before you know it, you done mess up the entire shaft. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through the process of me removing the head off this graphite shaft. So what first you need to use is something like this. It's not the best, and excuse the mess. But you use something like this to put the club on here and remove the shaft. So I'm gonna go through the steps and the process of that. But this is just a better way to remove the shaft on a graphite. Well, remove the head on the graphite shaft. All right, I'm gonna put this rubber around the shaft, just to protect the club. I'm gonna place this here. Like I said, it's not the best equipment, but hey, I done came a long ways to get to where I'm at now. I remember I had to do this basically by hand with a vise clamped to a table, and it was a tough process. But I mean, this is not the easiest way. It sure is better than where I started. I'm thankful for that. Tighten these down. Now I'm about to heat it up. I try to make sure I don't put too much heat on this, because like I say, it's different when you remove a head off a graphite shaft. You have to be extra careful, even to the point when just taking epoxy off. You don't want to do nothing to damage the shaft. You want to keep it like it is. Just remove the excess or the excess access. What's the right word?
I don't know.
South Carolina. Like, oh, that's southern slang. But yeah, to remove the excess off the shaft. I want to get it evenly all the way around. All right, there we go. Now all I have to do is clean the shaft. We'll be back to it. All right, guys, just finished the clubs. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, it's something I've been doing and practicing for a while, so I'm kind of used to it now. It's an easy process. And I mean, it's a blessing to be able to do what I do. I mean, hey, this was the whole point of being able to learn how to repair golf clubs. Because I got a son that's playing golf, and we're out here in the middle of nowhere, no golf shops within probably 60, 70 miles. So, got it done. This is the finished product. Like I say, I'm gonna let them sit for 24 hours, then they good to go. Anything you want to say? But this is the end of the channel. The end of the video, not the channel. The end of this video. And if you're in the surrounding areas, C&J Golf Repair. This is what we do. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe at the bottom. Support your boy. Peace.